Hello racing fans and welcome back to another edition of Handicappers Corner, brought to you by the Derby Barn Grill. I'm Mike Heads along with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Friday night card, July 22nd. First post 7 o'clock. We do have 7 races on the Friday night program. We race Friday and Sunday this week, live racing. We have 7 races on the Sunday program, and but still a good card. Got the starter series, the third leg of the HUPA Champion Starter Series. For fillies and mares and for colts and geldings. Actually, the colts and geldings split.
Yeah, it's split, so it's 2 races. And, of course, we do have the Sea to Sky Pick 6, which continues to grow. It's over
large.
59,000
Probably going to go to, if someone were lucky enough to win it, it'd be 70 grand, which is a nice chunk of change to, you know, if you can get lucky and put a 20-cent ticket together and pick 6 winners and be the only one that does it, 70 grand could be coming your way. So do check it out. But it's always fun the Friday nights. There'll be lots of entertainment. Got a live DJ there, I know that. Yep. There'll be lots of great music. Always great for the young crowd. But
it is a fun. The Friday nights are a lot of fun.
They are huge fun. So it's always fun to get back to night racing. Let's get into the first race on the Friday card. We do have some $4,000 claimers. Not only is a 3 lifetime going 6 1/2 furlongs. I saw a little bit of speed in here with the 4. Let's have a double. The 5 Bridge Baron and the 6 Mr. Candy. And I'm going to try the 7 Jackpot, who failed going long last time, but made a middle move before tiring. I think this horse could get a nice trip, sitting just in behind the speed, making a run in this. I just think it's 6 1/2 furlongs will suit the horse to a T. This horse has actually run 2, very good races at 6 1/2 furlongs already this spring and early summer. But the mile 16th just wasn't for him. But that was up for 8 too. He's down for 4, and that's big. I put a 6 horse, Mr. Candy, blinkers off. Worked beautifully. Richard Hamill was aboard, and that's a big, significant rider change. Definitely alive is Mr. Candy. The value might not be there, but we'll see. And the 4, let's have a double. So we got a great form on him. John Snow's having a great season, as is Mike Anderson. Both, they're 1-2 in the trainer standings right now. Actually, Patty Leamy's having a great year as well. But I went 7, 6, and 4. All the hot trainers kind of that are kicking off the 2016 season.
I did go to Mr. Candy. He broke bad last time. And then kind of rushed up and got tired. I expect a better trip from him today if he can break well. I like the fact that, as you mentioned, that Richard Hamill climbs aboard. Him and Mike Anderson are always very dangerous together. So I got Mr. Candy on top. I threw Bridgeburn in the 2nd spot. A very good run behind his stablemate Silent Native when he only got beat 3/4 of a length. 2 back for 16. Went down to Emerald, had some trouble down there. Now he's in for 4,000. He should be a handful in here. I got him in the 2nd spot. And let's have a double. The horse you mentioned, John Snow's horse in here, who's having, he's on form, and a good 2nd last time behind Mario's win. So I put him in the 3rd spot. I went 6, 5, and 4 in the 1st. On to the 2nd. Optional 35 for older colts and geldings, going 6 1/2 furlongs, field of 6 here. I went to the 4 Crackdown. He tried going long in a stake. Got caught up on the head end with Modern. They went in 22 and 4 and 45, and he failed. He fell apart.
As did Modern, but Modern hung on.
He hung on for 3rd,
obviously.
But still,
this horse was eased,
this horse is having a very good meet, as is Patty Leaney, we mentioned in the last race. Now he's back to a sprint. He gets a class relief. Crackdown should be a handful. He should be tough to catch. I put Clear the Runway in the 2nd spot. Coming out of stakes, coming a good 3rd behind Modern, 2 back in the George Royal. Then he went up to Northlands for a stake. Now he's back here and in for 35. I got him in the 2nd spot. And I threw Uncle Willard, who's just a real tough horse. He's having a good year. Whenever he's running these optional 35s, he's been very tough. I put him in the 3rd spot. I went 4, 6, and 1.
Yeah, definitely the 4 horse Crackdown is the best horse, the best sprinter in the race. And I didn't pick him to win it, but when you're coming off a subpar effort, you've been beaten up like he was last time, and just a little concerned that maybe the A game might, if the A- game shows up, then he's beatable. He needs his A game to beat these horses. These are nice, solid sprinters as well. But I can see Crackdown winning. I think he's a great pick. And I got to go to the 1, though, Uncle Willard. Yep. I just see the dynamics of the race favoring Uncle Willard. I thought his sprint races this spring have been very good. His first 2 races, he did really defeat Richter Red. I know it was an easier spot. And he came back and ran a big race behind Crackdown on a race that wasn't really run very quickly or in his favor early that day, and he still was running on well at the end. He did encounter some trouble in that race. I think this horse can sprint, and I just see Cedarburg getting interested early. Crackdown, the odds are good, and Clear the Runway. I just see, perhaps some pace going on in here, and if maybe Crackdown gets clear. Maybe he'll win for fun. But I think Uncle Willard will be a real danger. So I put him in the winner's circle. I put forward Crackdown for second, and the odds are good, who continues to run great races for Mel Snow. He's having a great season also. He's a cool horse. He's back in sprinting. It's probably better for him. 1-4-5 for me in the Friday night second race. On to the third. We do scratch the one, Forest Bliss. She's entered back on Sunday, a filly that was in against the boys, but Forest Bliss is out. There's 6 3-year-olds here left. 16 claimers to go, 6.5 furlongs. I landed on the 5 Power Corrupt. It was a pretty aggressive drop from 25, getting away from Crushing Candy. That was a dirty, tough non-winners of 1/25 claimer, and that came up tough, stakes caliber tough. So this is a significant change for him in company. I put him on top of the 2 Keep Right On, who broke his maiden nicely. You know, was afforded a very fast pace to help him out, but I think he's going to get another one in here. There's only 5 horses to go around, and he will likely be last early, but all the other 5 horses seem to want to be up near the lead, which may play perfectly into his hands. And so I put him in for second, and Antonio Reyes is riding great. And I put the 3 Silent Native, who got things all his own way when winning 2 starts back, but it was against older horses. It was afforded a 47 opening half, which was quite luxurious. Wasn't so fortunate next time, and you know, but it was against Shuswap, Creus, better older horses.
Tough horses.
I just worry that he's going to get beat up again on the head end. That was my only problem with him, but we'll see. He's good enough. I went 5-2-3, but a good and some pretty competitive 3-year-olds here.
Yeah, it's a good race. I landed on the 5 Power Corrupt as well. You know, he's taken a big drop. This is a horse that won the Futurity last year. Now he's in against straight 3-year-olds for 16. He should be a handful. And Mike Anderson, as you mentioned, having a very good year. I put Silent Native in the second spot. Beat older horses 2 back. I agree. I mean, he did get things his own way, but he's running against older horses. Now he gets in against 3-year-olds, and you know, that last race was pretty tough with Shuswap and Creus. So I'm going to go back to him. I'll put him in the second spot. I put Grey Mark's a spot. Bruce Unwin's horse, who had a front-running win to break his maiden in his last start on the 26th of June.
He was good.
Game. Yeah, he was very game. Hooked the whole way and beat Sunset Drive, who came back to win. So I like Grey Mark's a spot in the third spot. I went 5-3-4 in the third. On to the fourth. First half of the starter
This
series.
one come up easy.
This one is a little soft.
All the tough ones are in the other end. This race come up pretty light.
It's going to mile 16th. I landed on Brother Chunky. He ran good races going long. He stakes place going long. Taylor Anderson got him eligible. Brother Duster. Who did I say? Brother Chunky?
Yeah.
Brother Duster.
Right.
The other brother.
Too many brothers.
Very good race. Got him eligible last time going long. Got up to beat Tucci by half. Tucci came back to win, of course. So I got Brother Duster on top of Bluegrass Pride. Another one I think will like the distance. 3 out of 6 at the distance. We only got beat 2.5 last time by Prince Hotel, and I like him going long.
He ran good, big odds.
I put him in the second spot, and I put Step Up for the Money in the third spot. Only got beat 2 lengths last time, and he's another one that's proven at the distance. I went 3, 5, and 4.
Yeah, I agree with Brother Duster. He's definitely drawn the softer half. He looked good winning, was covered up in behind a pace stool, ran on and win. I know it was against non-2, non-3, 8,000, so this is a much tougher assignment, but I know he was running against better horses earlier this year and not being disgraced at all, so he's definitely alive in here. Richard Hamill will get the riding assignment. Unfortunately, Romario Saunders still out of action after that spill last weekend, and hopefully he'll be back in action soon. But our best wishes to Romario Saunders. Nice rider too. That kind of got a little bad luck in the last race. The race actually Tucci won. He was on
he was on one for Jody Ross.
Right. Just
hit the rail. The horse was okay. He hit the rail, but he did go down.
He's okay too, but he just needs more time before he comes back. Richard Hamill picks up the mount though on Brother Duster. Put the 7 Lassie's a reward. Can this horse go along? I think so. And you know, his sprint races were good. He ran into a very good Western Heritage last time. I thought that was the live half. And Lassie's Reward is definitely worth following. I like this horse a lot. I put the 6 Citron Kid. Another one that's been sprinting, or he is one that's been sprinting. He's not a sprinter. He's a route horse. And I think you'll finally get this is a much better trip for him. I went 3-7-6 in the first leg of the Champion Starter Series for the boys. On to the 5th race. We got a $4,000 claimer here. 6.5 furlongs. Non-winners of
Big
4
fields?
lifetime. Yeah, we got a whole 11 of them. I ended up on the 6 after court. I like this horse on the class drop. Don't love him, but just a horse I've been following throughout his career. He's paid me some dividends throughout his racing life, and he's a nice horse to follow. He's had some tough trips in his last couple. He's been racing against sharp horses like Nana's Buddy, Fleming's Beach. This is a lot easier company for after court. I'm going to try him to defeat the speedy number 5, Swiss Arrogant, who looked good running second behind, this horse ran good. He just couldn't hold off Teddy the Bear, who ended up running him down. But Swiss Arrogant was a clear second that day, and he's in top form for Dave Milburn. And I put the 11 London in for third. I would have had this horse higher, but he drew poorly. Might be a little
11,
difficult from post 11 to get the job done. But I thought 6, 5, 11 might do it, but I'm leaving out Stratify. I'm leaving out Broward County, who ran well. Pathway to Yes down on the inside, second run off the layoff. There's some interesting. Oh, Derek on the class drop. Yeah. I've left out a lot of horses. It's a good race and a real tough race for the Sea to Sky Pick 6.
I did land on Broward County, a horse you just mentioned. He comes into the races while everybody else is running. His first start is in July, and a very good effort. Behind Similkameen Luke, couldn't quite catch him. Gets his regular rider, Richard Hamill, back aboard. Robbie Anderson's having a good meet, and I think he sits a good trip here. I got him on top of O'Derrick, who led the whole way, just won for 62.50. Now he's in for 4. That was the cheapest he's ever been for his life when he took the drop down to 62.50. Now he goes even a step below that for 4,000, and just on talent alone, he should be tough. I got him in the second spot, and I put London in the third spot. As you mentioned, very live horse, but in the 11 hole, that's not really going to help him a whole lot. I went 2, 4, 11.
Tricky race in the pick 6. This is I got 11 of them. Tough to hit the all button. That's a little costly. Even at 20 cents, it's a little costly.
The other half of the starter series, 8 horses in here. I went to a younger horse, a lightly raced horse, Shuswap. He's won 3 in a row this year. He's cut out to be a nice horse. He's by Old Fashioned, so I think he'll get the distance. And Antonio Reyes is riding lights out right now. I like Shuswap here, and he might be a bit of a price. I put Prince Hotel in the second spot. He's been on fire. I'm not sure about him going long, so I dropped him down to the second spot, but definitely has to be respected in here. And I put Bear Rock and Roll. Tough old horse, who's won 13 times at this trip. I didn't want to leave him off the ticket. Coming off a win for 8, which got him eligible for this race. I put him in the third spot. I went 5, 4, and 6.
Yeah, no, it shows you what kind of race it is. You've got 5, 4, and 6. Yeah. I got 1, 2. I got the 1, 2, 3. It's a, this race come up super tough. I mean, the other half, like the Brother Duster half, come up very light. This has got all the top starter series horses in it. They all, unfortunately, the split came up a little tough. And a lot of speed in this race, too. I went to the 1 Western Heritage. I was so impressed. I thought he was the live one in the series last time. I didn't pick him, but I mean, he ran huge. He got chased. He ran on. He looked like a horse that will be effective. I don't know if he can go a mile 16th. I'm guessing here, but especially when he's going to have Prince Hotel or Shuswap or Majestic Mark breathing on him, because all those horses need to be in position. So it'll be a little tricky for Western Heritage, but it looks like he's better than an $8,000 horse. And Greg Tracy won this series last year with what was his name? Wine Stock.
Wine Stock. I was going to say Wine Thief.
I know, Wine Stock, and he's got a good chance again with Western Heritage. This horse was really impressive. I thought that was a big, big race. He turned back a lot of challenges and had lots left at the end. So I'm going to try him over the 3 Street Map. John Snow's done a great job with him. This horse is great going along. Almost knocked off Prince Hotel, which isn't at Street Map's distance. So I think this horse has got a big chance. And I put the 2 Mark, who joins the series. Claimed out of a race. He was beat by Street Map. Didn't get the best of trips that day. He came back and ran a better than looked race behind Senor Rojo. Way better horses. That was a Venetian Mask.
16,
that was a very tough 16. That was come up like a 25 claimer. And Mark, I thought, fought on reasonably well on a track that really didn't favor deep closers. The Rojo was reasonably close. Venetian Mask was on the lead. And I thought Mark ran good. He's in with his friends here. I think he'll be better. I went 1-3-2, but a race that, wow, this is a toughie. Race number 7, the finale, the Champion Starter Series for fillies. Fillies and mares, pardon me. This is a little easier. I think the one Pretty Reckless is a shoe-in. Maybe the 7, Naimidiva 2 on the stretch out will make things a little more interesting. I think it's 1 and 7 for me. Shayla's Rose I put in the third spot for Teddy Hurt. This horse was coming off a gate scratch last time. So it didn't come into the race, I know how he
Great
would have
timing,
liked.
yeah.
Had a brutal post, ran a decent race. And this horse can route too, so don't give up on Shayla's Rose. But Pretty Reckless is nice.
Yeah.
She's the star in here. I went 117.
That's my best bet of the day. Pretty Reckless. She's 4 for 4 this year.
Yeah.
There's no new faces. She's been beating these
She's the horse.
horses.
She doesn't get penalized with weight. You know, usually in these series, like you'd be carrying a $122 by now, but it's all because it's a new distance and the weighting system. It's like everyone's carrying nothing.
She's got to be a handful.
She's not giving any
yeah.
weight away, so why try against her?
Yeah. She's the horse. Absolutely. She's my single. I got Pretty Reckless. I'm right with you, Mike. I'm a Diva 2 is the one that looks like she could threaten her.
Because she's better going long.
She's going to be a handful going long, but Pretty Reckless is the horse. I'm a Diva 2, and I threw Shayla's Rose in the 3rd spot as well. She was on a roll, winning like 4 or 5 in a row until last
She's still
time.
in good form. That was a sneaky good race last time off after getting scratched. Cut up a bit.
I'm with Mike. I got 1, 7, and 2. That'll do it for analysis of the Friday night card. Up next on screen will be our picks. Mike is
there. We go. Back in race number 1. I went to the 7 horse Jackpot. Over the 6, Mr. Candy, and the 4, Let's Have a Double. Race number 2, went to the 1, Uncle Willard, to defeat the favored number 4, Crackdown. I went 1-4-5. Race number 3, I went to the 5, Power Corrupt on the class drop, 5, 2, and 3. Race number 4, the 3, Brother Duster over the 7 and 6. Race number 5, the 6, After Court. I'm always in his court. I seem to always pick After Court, but he's rewarded me with some double-digit payoffs in the past, so I'll follow him. 6, 5, 11 in the 5th race. Race number 6, the 1, Western Heritage, looked great for Greg Tracy. I got to take him. I went 1, 3, and 2. And in the finale, Mike Anderson's Pretty Reckless looks pretty darn good. 1-7-2 in the finale.
On to my picks. There we go. In the first, I went with number 6, Mr. Candy, over the 5 and the 4. In the second, a very nice optional 35, I went to the 4, Crackdown, over the 6 and the 1. In the third, I went to the 5, Power Corrupt, over the 3 and the 4. In the fourth, first half of the series, I went to the 3, Brother Duster, over the 5 and the 4. In the fifth, I went to the 2, Briardick County, over the 4 and the 11. In the 6th, I went to the 5, Shuswap, over the 4 and the 6. And in the nightcap, I'm with Mike, best bet of the day, number 1, Pretty Reckless, over the 7 and the 2.
And we should note on the graphics, it did say Saturday, July 23rd. It is, of course, Friday night racing.
Yes.
Friday, July the 22nd, 7 o'clock post. It is Friday night racing. It's great to have it back. Nice cool temperatures at night. A little easier on the horses, a little easier on the patrons, and it's a lot of fun. The Friday nights, lots going on. So that'll do it for this edition of Handicappers Corner. Hopefully we've given you some winners and wish you lots of success. Don't forget that $59,000 Sea to Sky Pick 6 carryover. Get those tickets in. Yeah, it starts in race number 2, which will go approximately at 7:30. Tomorrow night as of taping. So take a look at that. Could be over 70 grand to one lucky winner. On behalf of Drew, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time here at the Derby Bar and Grill.